Hi, welcome to AFTV. We've just beaten Brighton 2-0 here at the Emirates. Now, I know you know your stats and your numbers, so you'll be impressed with this game because Brighton are a difficult team, but we finally got over that curse.
Yeah, and before we start, I'd like to say something. When Danny Welbeck and Leandro Trossard got on, Danny Welbeck obviously used to play for us, scored a beautiful header against Leicester, and he got a great reception today.
Yep.
Leandro Trossard, he was on the ball and he was booed. What's that? It's common respect, Brighton fans.
Yeah.
Just show the respect you want to give to such a player that he's got a hat-trick at Anfield, which he needs to do next week.
Yeah, we need that next week, 100%.
Moving on to next week as well. It's going to be very tense, obviously. Mikel needs to get these boys going.
Yep.
The loss against Aston Villa, I was gutted. And we needed more. We need more of an output in the attacking third. And as I said, let's move forward in January.
Yep.
Let's make a big signing. A backup centre-back and a backup striker.
Yeah.
Just for more depth, because we can't really have Miles Lewis-Skelly and Raw Waters, Ethan Nwaneri on the bench every week.
Yeah.
Although they are hot prospects, and in 3-4 years, I think they could genuinely get into the team,
100%.
get a spot. But for now, playing with the under-19s isn't going to cut playing against Liverpool in a title decider that could genuinely cost us the league. If we lose that game, it's such a vital 6-pointer, and I think United could do us a favour today, but as I'm trying to say, a reinforcement in January will definitely be needed, in my opinion.
But January is a few weeks away.
I know.
Anfield is next week, so
Anfield is next week.
I need to know, do you think with what we saw today, if we do what we did today, do you think we beat Liverpool next week?
I mean, the fluidity we had, as Troop said, in the first 2 minutes was sublime, and it's just whether we can keep that for the whole 90. Because if City are dropping points against Crystal Palace and Liverpool doing the same against smaller teams, we could genuinely go and win this title. And if not, let's try and get forward in the Champions League. Let's get behind the boys. Let's try and go for a run. As before the season, I was trying to say, let's try and get to the quarters. But with the development that we need in this squad is what we need to get to the quarters. Because remember, last season, Saliba got injured. Our whole world was crashed.
Yeah.
Same with Jesus. We need players that can just go, oh, Jesus is down. Let's get Osimhen or something.
Yeah.
Obviously, Osimhen will start over Jesus. The same thing City do. Oh, Haaland's injured. Let's get Alvarez in. They're both 50. No, Alvarez is 50, 60 million pound player.
Yep.
And that, if you want to win the league, like they won the treble last season, we need these players.
Yeah, but we need to find that in the market. I think it's difficult to get that in a January window. Do you think Arsenal can go on and do it? Say if we beat Liverpool next week, are you saying, because you just said there, that league game is a title decider, are you confident Arsenal win the league then if they beat Liverpool?
Well, it's not about being confident, it's just about the run of form, because you can't say midway through December with 5 months left to play of the season, you can't say, oh, we're going to do it. Unless like we're invincibles and we've won every game, obviously. But only team to be invincibles in the Prem, by the way.
I want to ask you this to kind of finish up here. Your standout player today in today's performance, because there was quite a few people that had really good games. I know everyone talks about Rice, Saliba, very good defensive, not much, trouble he had. But up front, there was a lot of options that could win man of the match today. But who do you think had the stand-up performance?
I think Rice's build-up play is very exquisite, the way he gets forward and finds these passes on the left or the right side.
Yeah.
Although, if you want me to be honest, I didn't think Saka was good. And I don't think he's been good for a few games because he's very predictable. And coming against a player like Jack, you can hurt me all you want, but coming against a player like Jack Hinchelwood, who's a 17-year-old out of Brighton, he should rip him apart. Imagine what Trent Alexander-Arnold or Kostas Tsimikas Robertson is going to do to him.
I hear what you're saying, but you got to admit that Saka does put numbers on the board, though. I do what I hear what you're saying. He hasn't been. He can rip a lot of players, but he doesn't do it we don't see it as much, but he is getting assists and goals in big games.
No, I'm not saying Saka's overrated. I'm just saying in these games, he needs to provide for us a little bit more. Yeah. Because Havertz missed the chance early on, but he made up for it. That's what Saka needs to do. Because was it near the half-time? About 45th, 46th minute, he was missing a few shots. But I think that Bukayo Saka, I know, he's out of this world. He's a star boy. He will go again and score, but we just need to back him. Yeah. Because other things can happen. But in my opinion, the standout player today was, you could say Havertz, but I think it's Saliba or Gabriel. Just they held out so well, gave Brighton a Joao Pedro who came on the bench, looked exciting. We held him off like he was Neil Maupay.
Thank you very much, little man.